Hello.
Game on.
Hello.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Oh wait,
Hello.
I forgot that they're on. Push to
Hello,
talk.
cat again.
Hi.
Treatment. Okay. We're doing ready text currently.
Where's my push to
Robust
talk?
one is ready,
button?
Magic one is ready. Magic 2 is ready as well.
I think I should close the window because it's raining inside my room. Huh.
That's
I'm
Hmm.
pain.
Waiting for one people.
Also waiting for one.
That's fine.
And holy shit, I have to sneeze. Ugh.
Just-
Back.
Do it. Get it out your system. Better up than then.
No, save
Support ready.
Okay, Magic 3. How are you looking? You said cute. You look sets is fully
Game
ready.
Waiting on one.
I hope everyone is in Kugane. And I was about to mention everyone is in voice chat, but if you're not in voice chat, you probably can't hear that.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, really? It could be somebody sitting next to you or something.
Oops.
Just listening in through the headset.
Suppose you can put that back on there. Okay. Okay, everything should be fine.
I hope that person from Magia 3 that isn't ready is in voice chat. You're making lots of people wait for you. Just saying.
Voice chat, please say so. Yeah.
Yeah, part of it is also make sure to tell your group that everyone should be in Magia voice chat. Unless you're sharing
Game on.
microphones, and please speak up.
Imagine having someone to share a microphone with.
Aww. You want a hug?
That's a
Actually,
mood.
I should probably
That's a
confirm
fucking
that
mood.
there is a Mrs. Enchan. She's just not here. So, oh no,
I
yes she
could
is.
share with Cloudy, but
Wow.
I'm sure that will nobody hear.
It's just people talking over each other continuously during explanations. That's the reason why you have the bot for, right?
And we are lazy. That too.
I mean, obviously. I'm just waiting for the time that you're gonna make a run and there's nobody from you guys here, just only newbies. And the bot.
I'm gonna
It's like, how? Hey,
undo
how are
that
you guys
because
doing?
that's
It's just
too
silent.
big of a list.
Run. So. It would be fun though. I mean, it would be fun to some extent, yes. But that mean I would be
Maybe
there.
not for the new people.
Nah,
Okay,
I
it's
think
a
for the new
really-
people it'll be fun.
Since we have to wait for one person at the moment, I'm going to do my introduction now. Hello everyone, I'm Alexander Basketball, your hallway tour guide for today. I'll also be main tanking together with Kuchi Mern, who's tanking the art side. Art side callouts will be taken care of Artemis Fox, and my lovely
Hello.
co-host is Syria Rhiannon, who's gonna do boss callouts for you.
Hello.
Also saying that I'm
Guy with two girls at his side.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm glad I have Kuchi with me to handle that.
ready.
Okay, Media 3 is ready. Thank God. Okay, Media 1, you can queue in. please let me know when you're on a black screen.
Black screen.
I'm queuing in now. And we're in Magistry.
Please, everybody being Kugane. Otherwise, we can't queue.
Meanwhile, Locust 1 can queue in.
On the blackest of screens.
Perfect. Locust 2
Next screen.
and Locust 3.
Black screen.
And support.
Black screen.
Perfect. Magistry, do you want to try it again?
I am trying it again. I think I'm getting in.
And it seems like
penalty.
does someone from Magistry have duty penalty? Please check your party finder and duty finder and check if you got a penalty. It would be lovely, because otherwise the group can't enter.
I'm assuming you don't all have to be on the same server.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Everyone
It doesn't.
Kugane.
Just in Kugane, exactly.
And to not have a duty finder penalty.
Yep, that's also a hidden requirement.
And we really need to figure out who that person is, because we need to get Magistry in here.
Alright, we made it.
Oh, lovely. Are you also the same instance as us?
Currently checking black screen out. It is very
I
black.
See Siri. I can
Okay.
see her.
Oh, that's
We made it. At long last.
Okay. Okay, yeah, since we are waiting basically up to 25-ish minutes maybe, there's a fate pop. Like a Provenance Watcher even. We can search for fairies. You can also sort out your logograms if you haven't already. There's bunny fates, there's lots of stuff to do, but if you decide to go AFK, please turn on your HUD layout or occasionally move so that you don't get AFK kicked. Yeah, otherwise we just need to wait till Offney spawns.
I'm a fan of the elastic band on the analog sticks method myself.
By putting in a rubber band between.
Yeah, I was about to say just rubber band the controller.
Round and around.
Throw the control, not throw it, but place it on the ground. So you have the
Throw it. Yes, that's how I don't go AFK. Just throw it against the wall.
Just throw it,
It'll
pray that it
malfunction.
lands on an awkward way so that
it'll
your control sticks are
malfunction.
facing each other.
Yeah, there you go. That's how
Throw it hard
works.
enough so it bugs out and starts moving
Yeah,
on its
exactly.
own.
Throw it hard enough that it just bugs out. You run in circles continuously. And then
Yeah,
when it's
battery
time,
runs out
just
and you get
plug
to
in a new one.
– 11 more crystals. How many of Providence Watcher's scales do you need for the
5.
5?
So that's 2 kills.
Not
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, it's 3 per kill.
How many crystals does he drop? Only 10.
Yep.
Well, you say only, but that's
Yeah.
the max.
I know, but that means
Yeah,
I'm
it's the
missing one.
highest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
support is nice. It gives 30, but other than that...
Yeah.
I'm on 89 crystals at the moment, that's why. Fucker. Fuck you, Providence.
Heals from BB.
I mean, you kill Avni, you have enough anyway, so.
If you do find a fairy, don't take the buff on it yet. Because we want it to last as long as possible when we're inside BA.
If you have taken the buff, right click it to get rid of the damage buff and you can get a new one when we take the fairy later.
Okay. We don't want some yet.
Always fun to me, pull them up by accident and your scholar gets aggro.
Oh right, yeah, it's set to push to talk. I was worried for a second. Oh my god, what is it?
Love it. Hope I could stop dragging scorpions in here.
Actually, a lot of people here.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, I should be fine in terms of mechanics. I have ACT calling them out. I got other people calling them out. Oh, it's not good. Wow.
Wait, what are you doing there? You're getting bonked.
That looks so random, it's like fucking particular.
I'm being bullied.
I noticed it.
Wait, I don't have the now live thing. Okay, now I do.
Yeah, it looks like no one's coming, so if you guys want to, you can go ahead.
Attack! Charge!
Charge!
Bruh.
How does one do Provenance Watcher again?
You hit it until...
You don't die, and you hit it,
Ah.
Murder.
You change your element after this cast.
Or you don't, if you're lazy.
Stay in the middle, it'll be fine.
Yes, yes, of course, totally.
Somehow manages to dodge all 3 attacks. Haha!
Barely a
Well,
scratch.
well, well. What did I tell you about not dying?
I mean, they tried.
In
I
and
think
in.
this one is in the hitbox.
This is just a test to check.
A warm up, yes. With the echo.
I think last week you died from the demon wall, so it's not going much better than this.
No, I didn't die to the
I
demon
don't-
wall.
Was it the week before that?
No.
Line attack.
Twice.
Curses!
Don't stack us.
Don't run away. Bye.
This.
Okay, time to discard my crystal scales.
Yeah, I was about to say, I need to discard mine too.
There's people on the ground.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Sacrifices. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, please do not waste your sacrifices yet.
I don't like the yet in that statement.
Yeah, that's.
Also, it's not a waste if you're helping a friend up, right?
That is so true.
Don't have friends.
Wow.
We're all friends inside of BA.
Yes, we're all friends until someone dies, and then we laugh at. I mean, what?
Not in BA yet, so no friends yet.
Ovni!
Right.
Okay, Katz, that was a bit loud.
Hey, turbulence! Yay! Squidman!
Do we have a dispel?
Yes.
Yep.
Dispel main present.
I have this though.
We have to dispel.
When does Cat not have dispel?
When she's not in Eureka.
I mean, yes,
When
but
she's on
other than
tank.
that,
When she's on tank.
Maybe.
When is she
in
on tank?
DR, she's on dispel duty
Hey,
as well.
I've done
on
2
tank.
runs as tank, so thank you.
sorry, my bad. I apologize.
Exactly.
I remember
Small
that one
sample
time I
size, but
signed
it
you
still
up as a
applies.
tank and
Mm-hmm.
you pushed that off to Kami.
Well,
alright.
I offered it.
Alright, everyone, please make sure to
Mhm.
come over to Orphany, and party leaders, please do already check when everyone is here from your group. There's no need to do bunnies at this point, because we're heading into BA soon. Which is more fun than just chasing some stupid bronze scoffers, right? Wait, bronze scoffers have protective.
I wouldn't mind having
Game on.
extra flasks.
Yes, more flasks from my collection.
I mean, there was plenty of time to prepare that before the run and not during the run. But yeah, it's fine,
Yes,
it's
I
fine.
know, but I don't. RNGesus hates me.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I get that, yeah.
Okay. 1 Lucas 3, Lucas 2 is here. Yeah, Lucas side is quick, damn.
Supporter is ready.
Nice. Just waiting for Magia 1 and 3. Magia 1. That's totally fine. Once our last group is here and ready, we will ask the instance if they want to join us or if they have appeared already. Wait, I want to see. Okay. I didn't get a response yet, so I hope everyone is prepared. Okay. Only memes and short chat. Then let's start. Tanks, you can turn on the tank stands, and everyone please make sure to get at least one hit in. Also, it would be lovely to receive healing. Thank you. We need a dispel after this cast. Spell? Thank you, Cat.
Wasn't me, someone else beat me to it.
You shouldn't have said it.
Kind stranger. Okay, we're moving in, or far out if you can't make it.
There goes half the party.
Dodge the AoEs.
A lot of casualties.
Went in, should have gone out.
Iron Shout is enough. Please move out of the group and stay away from the lightning AoEs.
Alio, shut up.
Sorry.
Got some dead people. Soon we're hitting the critical mark where you don't want to accept any raises, but I mentioned that once we are at 20%. Okay, here's a raid white. Okay, now if you're dying, please do not accept any raises, and please make sure to stay in the fate area. And everyone, please, if you haven't already, get a hit in, especially healers. Iron Shout to the west. Alrighty. Party leaders, please make sure that your group is fully buffed. Okay, that was 1, 2... Yeah, Magic 1, 2, Magic 3, Magic are just fully buffed. Okay, Locus 3, please sort it out with support. What you're missing.
DPS
Let's grab.
It's a blue DPS, so yeah.
I'm going
Don't
to
take the ferry yet. Don't take the ferry.
shout first. Yeah.
Try and stay away from it so you don't trade away.
We will all take the ferry once blue portal spawned, so please be patient.
Stay back, please.
Also,
I got one on my way.
I am Portal 4. One is Portal 4.
the party leaders, you can also drop your portal macro.
That's the bookmarks, not paste.
You can shout chicken, that would probably work.
Yeah, that makes it a bit quicker.
Please don't take the ferry yet.
Okay.
Yeah, don't take the ferry yet. The blue portals will spawn in a moment.
Interesting. King spawn.
And whoever is that loud person typing, please mute yourself. If you have trouble finding the image that was linked in your portal macro, you can also check it in maps and markers. It's right above Magic main voice chat. And if you really can't find it, your party leader will probably help you out. finding it. Also, the blue portals have just spawned, so you can't take the fairy buff yet. Now. And head to your portal spot.
Wait, how did I not get a fairy buff?
Yeah, we're also missing one person in voice chat. Party leaders, please tell your group once more that they are missing. We're missing one.
One, two, three, four. And I am portal 4. Hell yes.
So our friend in that has a black the portal spot on Sprite Island. Please do not be afraid.
I think we will jump to the support panel, so see you later, guys.
Alright, see you
and good luck.
guys. Bye.
You're probably better off running. Walk it up here.
The sprites will shortly return to Sprite Island. I'm not killing them.
I kinda need to.
Oh,
Else my friend will die.
Yeah, person that has a black the portal spot on Sprite Island, please do not cast anything or help attacking.
The Physios one. Physios?
Red portals will be spawning any minute now, any second now.
Is it called the Physios? I have no fucking clue.
There they are.
You may enter your portals now.
Okay.
And our 48th person joined voice chat. Hello. Okay, once we're inside, please activate your Spirit of the Remembered and Wisdom appropriate for your class. There will probably be some nice people handing out Shell and Protect for us. Thank you. And once you popped your first 2 slots of locus actions, you can recraft some basic stuff at the manipulator. Also, I didn't see it yet, but please activate /Magia Auto and be in Magia Auto Offensive. Unless you're Kuchi or me.
Also, don't forget to turn off tank stance if you're not Alex or Kiji either.
That's also true, because we don't want any aggro ping pong. If we do, I will probably yell at you.
Okay.
Most likely. 100% sure.
I'm gonna turn the music down.
The positive way of yelling, guys.
Because I don't want to be distracted.
If you don't have both 30 minutes of Shell and Protect, please come to the bridge. You can do crafting in a sec.
Mizuki, you have.
Okay. I don't know which one we're going to.
Is anyone still missing shell and or protect? It's
I'll
the
find
green and the blue one.
I'll find them.
Okay.
I'm gonna buff some of my party because they're standing at the manipulator.
Yeah, I'll get to them. Just give me some time.
Could you repeat the command for the Magia again, please?
Yeah. It's yeah. Okay, I shouldn't activate it.
Okay.
It's /Magia Auto. You can also add /Magia Auto offensive, but if you press it once, you're in offensive automatically. You can also check it on your Magia wheel. If there's like a sword and like a
Thanks.
The circle thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
No problem.
Oh wait, I should... This...
Okay. Also, party leaders, please mark the site where you're going to drop down.
Skirmisher...
And it's really important to have an
Aether Weaver
wisdom
Martialist Playbook.
active at all times, because that's gonna increase your damage, help you survive in most cases. Some wisdoms give you additional stats and stuff like that. Your last call for shield and protect.
I'm so sorry, I need 2 seconds. Be right back.
No, okay.
Baby savage.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't take too long, because we really can't wait for individual people in here, sadly, because we have a timer ticking.
Assuming we're heading east.
Please do another ready check.
Game on!
Three is ready.
Buster, Raid White AoE, Buster spawn 10 launches all around the arena with fire and ice orbs to the boss. One of these two elements floating around it. Negating the party should move to the lances of the opposite element as the boss does mid-size AoEs in the middle of the arena.
Is ready.
Swaps elements, 2 AoE markers and 2 people with several red icons above that. Back up with someone that has it too to avoid taking less damage as the other boss. Possible to see nowadays. Okay.
People that are still struggling with your wisdoms, please try to sort it out. We can't really wait for you. Just put in a wisdom on one side and another assigned or not assigned locus action on the other side, so you can have 2 actions, one wisdom and maybe a spirit or spirit dart if you have it, for example, assigned to you. Is Magia 1 ready? Yeah. Okay, Logos side you can drop down to Logos voice chat, and Magia side you follow me unless you are still sorting out logograms. Please do that now and hurry up. Yeah, we will also be staying here in this voice chat for Magia, so time to drop down. And I will start pulling. I'm going to explode, so make sure to hear me up. Okay. And there's one rule inside of BA, never run ahead of the main tank, because you don't want to draw additional mobs into the group. Because most stuff in here is deadly. And if you see an orange circle on the ground, please make sure to dodge it. I'm going to try to grab the Porogo, if it lets me. These will cast a heavy hitting tank buster, which we will most likely not see if we kill it fast enough.
Oh, that's so useful. It automatically adjusts my Magia board.
Yeah, lovely. Next we have these 3 Magus. Let me grab aggro on all 3 first, and then you can start attacking. I got all of them. These will cast random targeting circular AoEs, so please make sure if you see one to move out of it. Nice. Okay. For these Biblos, always be on the sides. Never in front where I'm standing, and never behind where the tail is, because it will do cleaves on both sides. You will cast Magic Hammer after 50%, which will be interrupted.
Ah, Pog.
Remain on your position. He is turning towards me afterwards again. Okay, nice. Can someone interrupt this cast, please? That would be lovely.
Go.
Same rule applies for this one. Always be on the sides. There's a Magic Hammer. Perfect, thank you.
It needs to be stunned. Does that need to be stunned? Because I didn't see that interrupt looked.
The Magic Hammer got stunned, yeah. You can't interject
okay.
or raise it. It's only stunnable. Okay. As I mentioned in your password message, we will have explanation bots for all of our bosses. So I'm going to summon our Magiabot here. If you have Magiabot muted, please unmute it, otherwise you can't hear the explanations. It's a standard Ruby bot, so you might have muted somewhere else.
The boss you see in front of you is called Owain. If you do not see Owain, please join the other voice channel for correct callouts and explanations. He will start the fight with Dry Skull, a tank buster. His main raid-wide damage attack is called a Kalamno Senorak, and he'll be doing this attack very often. You can use your shields and your recon potions on cooldown to help mitigate the damage. Using Magia Auto in this fight is pretty important, since he is often changing his element from ice to fire and the other way around, by using an attack called Elemental Shift. Healers, don't forget to pop refresh if the fight lasts a little longer. He will be summoning spears on the edges of the arena by using Mythcall attack. Some of these spears will be in ice element and some in fire. So when he changes his element, we need to run to any spear of the opposite element as he casts elemental magics. So if Owain is fire, we run to ice. If he is ice, we run to fire. There will be small triangles cast on random players when he does Spirit Cool. If you get one, stack with the other red triangles in the middle. If you have an AoE around you, spread on the edges. There will be a proximity marker we have to move away from, and it is best everyone runs north, so people with small AoEs can run to east or west. He will die when his brother Art also reaches 0%.
Okay.
That's it for all the explanations for Owain. It's pretty simple. Party leaders, please do a ready check.
Game on!
seems simple enough, I guess.
Yeah, it's been mentioned in my party chat. If you have additional questions, please feel free to ask in party chat or in /yell. We're not biting if you have any additional questions.
I'm running. Sorry, my wife needed something really quick.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. Our site is ready. We're just waiting for our friends from Logos.
Use the Eureka fragment. Ah, okay, so you get these from BA.
They're starting to get ready. So we will start our pull timer in a bit.
That's the wrong fucking thing.
Also, for boss cutouts, our lovely Siri will take over.
Hello.
Just waiting for one more group from Logos side.
Yes, but how many drop?
Yeah, it's been mentioned in my party. When the pull timer reaches 4, you can use range limit breaks. Doesn't matter if it's caster or physical range.
Sorry, say again? Physical ranged or?
Yeah, physical range or casters. Any range limit breaks. It doesn't really matter.
Just not the melee one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or tank or healer.
Or tank or healer, yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming the limit break resets, and that's why we do that.
Yes, it resets as soon as we pull.
What type of
Oh, I
stats?
fell down. There you go. So I said, can use L -4. 6, 5 limit breaks. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Starting off with a tank buster on Alex.
Wow, the music
After
in
the
here is
tank
pretty
buster,
cool.
there will be a raid ride. So if you are a shield healer, you can already shield up your party. And there's a raid ride. Next up, Owain will summon his spears around the arena, and we're gonna play either fire or ice and move to the opposite that he is. Swapping his element. He is ice, so we move to a fire spear. Move to a fire spear. Move to a fire spear. Once the AoE has disappeared, we can move back to the boss. And back to the boss for another tank buster and raid ride combo. And there's a tank buster. And you can shield up for the upcoming raid ride. Next up, we're gonna play the spears again with the element. He is fire, so we want to move to an ice spear. Move under an ice spear. We just kill it. Nice.
August.
No casualties.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm going to eat the trap. Usually up on top of the second stair will be a trap that our trapper needs to find. Our side's trapper is Yanto Gilgamesh, and the other side's trapper is... Where's my sheet? I'm confused, Alex. Arasora. Wow. God. Okay, in this hallway, we want to hack the wall to the left. There are 4 more traps inside of this room. And your treasure coffer. It's personal loot, so everyone needs to individually grab it.
Get them up.
Yeah, I pull Kalkabrina just in case. Always be behind Kalka, and that's a spicy trap. Always
He's
make sure to
fine.
be behind Kalkabrina, never in front, because there's terrifying gaze. Nice, okay. You can now safely take your cover if you haven't already. And we are going into this corner and waiting for our friends from Logos.
Hello.
Hello. It's my lovely Kuchi here, my trusted coating. Okay, perfect. I'm grabbing the sprites in. You can always remain in this corner. We will deliver mobs towards you. Kuchi, you could technically sprint after the ghost if you want to.
That I shall.
Grab the ghosty! Grab the ghosty!
Forward!
Run, Koji, run!
Okay, we just wait a second till Kuchi brings a spooky boy over here, which we will kill. If you have brought Death L, it does not work on dead mobs because they are already dead. It also doesn't work on sprites for some reasons, maybe because they don't have any soul, whatever. Okay, I'm going to pull the center next. Healers and black mages. You want to sleep the Berserk cast. There it is. If, yeah, okay, Eternal Dream works as well. Sleep. Yes, yes.
Oh, sleep is good.
Okay, Kuchi is pulling some of the Maguses, and I'm trying to avoid to... Okay. You really want to dodge any AoEs that appear under you, because they can potentially kill you. If we want to avoid that.
I'll grab the other center.
Okay, perfect. Once again, healers prepare to interrupt the Berserk cast. Shorter explanations, maybe that it doesn't die instantly now. If the Berserk cast goes through, he's basically soft enraging and one-shotting everyone that gets auto-attacked.
I see, so fun times.
We want to avoid. Yeah, no, it's not fantastic if it happens. Okay, party leaders, please don't forget to drop down your markers here. And we will have our explanation bot in a second once I'm done here. We also have German explanations, so if you need German explanations, please drop down to German class. It's right below support.
Follow the cute fox.
I'm repeating that in German once more.
Odin Boy over
Solltet
here.
ihr deutsche Erklärungen brauchen, bitte geht runter in den German Class Voice Channel. Yeah, I'm not going to talk more German today.
Tankbuster, spawns circle lightning around the edges, stays for the rest of the fight, okay.
Maybe you should tell the French people also.
German class?
No, we don't want. No, we don't have
Raiden
many
starts
French
to fight with a raid-wide
explanation.
AoE called Spirits of the Fallen. Again, using Eureka potions and pre-casting shields will be really useful in this fight. He follows this with Shingan, a tank buster. Thunder Call simply makes the edges of the arena unsafe. He then does Ame no Sakahoko, a large AoE that we need to move away from, and we're moving back towards the C marker, just to be out of the red AoE. After that, we will go inside his hitbox, because he will cast a Whirling Zantetsuken, a large donut AoE. Soon after, he will leave the arena and reappear at either B or D marker. This mechanic is his most important combo, as it is the one that kills most people, so listen closely. We will stack close together into the middle, because he will put several AoEs on random people, and since we're stacked, they will all appear in the middle. We will call out if the boss is on B or D, and I suggest you turn your camera towards him. So as soon as you see red under us, run towards him and don't hesitate. Soon after that, he will point his sword to his left or right, marking one side of the arena unsafe. The side without his sword is safe, and we will call out that side. It will always be either towards A or C, so keep in mind where those markers are. Generally, we will call out the side once you're already running out towards him, so just slightly adjust to either your left or right, away from the sword. Lancing bolts are 6 AoEs on random people that need to be spread out on the edges of the arena, and then we will kill the ads that appear. He will then do a raid wide and a booming lament, which is a sneaky puddle that we need to move away from. He will then cast his first Exa Flares, called Cloud to Ground, for which we will simply call out the safe spot. Some people will then get tethered with some barbs, and you have to simply run away from each other to break them, by carefully avoiding the Exa Flares and AoEs.
Okay.
Alright, easy explanations for Raiden. It's still
Simple
not
enough.
that much of a difficult boss fight. I'm just gonna talk about the most important mechanic that mostly kills people here if somebody dies here, which is when Raiden disappears, and we will all move to the one marker in the middle of the arena. Raiden will either appear on B or D on these markers. We're gonna call out which one it is. We're gonna face Raiden, and then he will summon some AoEs below our feet, which we are basically baiting because we are standing in the center. And once we see those AoEs, we start moving towards Raiden. And then he will lift one arm up in the air, and depending on which side his sword arm is going to be, that side will be unsafe. So we have to move to the other one. We're going to call that as well. Move to A or move to C. So while we are already moving towards Raiden, we're just gonna move a little bit towards the A or the C half of the arena to be in the safe area. You also do not have to fully run to the markers, just get out of the unsafe half of the arena. Other than that, it's just your usual raid fights and tank busters. So, do we have German class back already? Don't think we do.
No, they're coming back now.
Oh. There we are.
I didn't even hear anyone leave the German class.
And we can do a quick round of ready checks.
Game on.
Will we want to use ranged LBs same here, or?
Yes.
Yep.
On
all bosses.
That is always the same on every boss in
Okay.
here.
Your site is ready. This 1 and 2 are ready as well. Look at 3.
I can't stop laughing
Sorry,
at
I
him.
was
Look at
waiting
him.
for
That's
Oh, I
also
did
a good
3.
hint, thank you, Skilla. If you have buff food, red buff food, feel free to use it here. The additional HP will always save you. Always.
Alright, we are ready. That means I will be starting that pull timer now, 20 seconds as before. Use ranged or cast element breaks on -4, and since we are starting with a raid white here, you can already pre-shield at like -10.
Also, Astrologians, drop your stuff further to the north. I'm pulling it.
Limit breaks. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So I said we are starting with a raid white. So pre-shield your party. And followed up by a tank buster.
Tank buster on Alexander.
I don't like that ACT's American voice.
Next, Raiden will electrify the edges. We don't really care too much about that. But if you are ranged or caster or healer, you can already move to max casting range towards C. Tanks and melees will be following once the cast is starting. Get out now, move towards C. As long as you are out of the AoE, you are safe.
Oh, that's no.
And then we move into his hitbox. Move in Raiden's hitbox. In and in. In and in. Now is the time where Raiden will disappear, and we will all stack on the one marker in the middle. Raiden is on a D, like a dungeon. And we're gonna move towards
Right.
A. Move towards A. Move towards A. Next up is another raid bite. So please shield up your party as a
I
shield
shouldn't
healer.
have gone into that at all.
Next up, a few players will get marked with an AoE marker above their head. If you have one, bring it to the edge of the arena and don't overlap the AoEs too much. Shortly after, there will be dropping some lancing bolt on these people. These streak lightnings are our DPS check. We DPS them down as fast as we can. And back to the boss, who will be following up with another raid bite again. So please shield up your party. After this, there will be a puddle below our feet. If you see a puddle, you want to move out. Move out now. Move out of the puddle.
Yeah, the puddle looks dangerous. Let's not stay in that.
Next
Living
would
sounds
be
fun.
Axe of Flares, but we can just kill Raiden off. Good job,
Look at
everybody.
this.
No casualties, it seems.
Nope. Don't forget your chest on B.
It's personal loot, so we can't take it for you. Alrighty, in this room will be an additional trap and some mobs. We want to focus the fan first, because they do a sneaky line AoE. Nice.
Middle-ish. Clock after this.
Might need to adjust my settings so I can always see enemy thingies.
I'm sorry, Kuj. I'll not bring death again.
Also, please never cast any regions during ad rooms, and it's a neat tip to scholars. Put your fairy away outside of boss fights.
I've never killed anyone before.
I died to
That's
it
on the
before.
achievement.
The trap has been found. It's in a secure position.
My god, you pulling that Bibio
Yeah,
terrified me
yeah.
because it looked like it was going straight.
Yento, didn't you say it was in the middle?
It's in the middle row. I was correct.
Okay.
Okay, in the next room is another chest containing some logo
Treasure. Yes.
yeah, stuff. English isn't my native language, so I'm totally sorry. Here's also an additional trap, which our trappers will find. It's a big explodey one, so you don't want to be in there. And once you grabbed your treasure chest, us main tanks are going to eat that yummy looking orange... is it a Jaffa cake without the chocolate coating?
Yeah, I would say so.
Hey, stop
Let's
eating
eat it.
cakes, okay?
Yeah,
don't
but
Share
not
with
share
all
with the
of us.
class.
I'm right here. It's not nice.
Do not taunt the hungry fox.
No.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Right.
in this hallway, we have some more mobs to kill. Also, white mages, do not use a size. And dancers, please do not use your standard or technical finish, because the walls are pretty thin, and there are chances that you pull stuff from inside of the rooms, which will murder you and maybe some other people, and we want to prevent that. Because the only thing I want to see dead are mobs and Ozma.
Poor Osman not classified as a mob.
Is the boss?
I mean, she's a cutie, so... Wait, Siri,
I
are
just
you Ozma?
assume it's gender. Oof.
I don't know, man. Are shapes technically
Hopper
mobs?
is in wind on the left side.
Okay, lovely. We are just going to kill the two mobs. We're starting with the Logos. Kuji, you are willing to... Just focus on the logos. I'm pulling the sprite, but kill the logos first.
This is pretty neat. I like this. Baldesion nozzle's pretty cool.
Oh, sorry.
I've used that just yet.
30k.
Okay, and to our first timers, we are searching once we've taken our treasure chest inside of this room for a portal that leads us to the support rooms. We need to clear the support rooms in order to summon the support fate outside and hide at us. Otherwise, we can not kill AB. And each room contains traps except for earth and fire. The lightning and wind room each contain 1 trap each. And water and ice contain 2 traps each. The trap
Bro, this
inside
fucking
has been
Magic
found,
Lord refresh
so
is
once
fucking
these
pog.
2
I
mobs
didn't
are
know
dead,
that was a thing.
we can safely enter and grab our chest. Seems like there's no portal in here, so we will head over to lightning first. Maybe we are lucky.
It's an ice.
There's something on the other side of the wall in water. Could just
Is
be
that
a trap.
I call water.
Awesome. I call lightning.
I call the one that has it.
That's cheating.
Wasn't in the rules.
Shit. Maybe we should clarify that. Also, make sure to dodge all these AoEs because these are extra deadly. There's a famous clip of our server owner Essa eating one of these.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Share.
5 seconds after saying be careful of AoEs.
It was less than 10 seconds.
It was
like,
glorious.
Evade the AO.
Okay, Jan, don't disappoint me. Can you sense
what
it?
would
And
disappoint you? Finding out that there's no portal here, or me walking into a trap?
You not
Either
walking into a
was-
trap is a disappointment.
Either is fun.
Okay, well you're going to be disappointed entirely because there's no portal and I'm not killing myself.
Shit.
Man, boring.
Well, that's no fun.
Okay, we're heading into ice now. As someone whispered it. In this room, as mentioned before, are 2 traps. Also, Jan, where's your trapping friend?
I don't know.
Arosora.
I'm not a
I
supervisor.
asked, but I got no answer.
Let's check if the portal is here. It doesn't seem like it.
That's
So
not a
let's...
trap, seriously.
There it is. Then we're heading into water. These Kalkas have a huge conal AoE, so you want to be either very, very far out, max casting range, or very close in to easily dodge. There it is.
I think portal's here. Nailed it. That's a spicy portal, by the way.
Okay, could you use your invuln up?
50 seconds.
Okay,
I
wait
can
a
do
moment.
it.
I was right.
Okay, then you see that. Okay, try only one. Okay, no, never mind.
We were lucky.
Paladin, come on.
Cake was
Yeah, but
strong.
it was that people weren't so far away.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay, so everyone walks into this.
Once you're through the portal, there's another treasure coffer to your right. And once you've taken that, please follow us down the stairs. There are some more mobs that needs to be killed. That are desperately asking for it.
No, they're not. They're just enjoying the hats.
They are now.
Okay, these frogs have an insanely rare drop chance of 0.000% of dropping their head. It's insanely rare.
I think you missed a 0.
I don't care about the head, I want the ring.
Excuse me,
What
you
ring?
don't want the hat?
I don't want the head, I want the ring. Look at it.
I want the lollipops.
I'm
Why
sorry,
not both?
We can't be friends.
Also, please let the tanks pull first. The ghost is approaching. I'm grabbing that.
The trap is by the Viking, I believe.
Pressure's on now, Yento.
I'll grab Alpha.
Okay. Focus on Kalka.
Ancient.
Yes.
What is it there?
I used it already on something else and it failed. I was
Oh,
I was
what?
drunk before. No, I'm not.
Save it for the ad room.
Yeah, there you go. Unless you want to pop another one.
Yeah, just want to pop another one.
Just
No,
bring
no, no.
12 or something, so you can.
You bring 2 for the ad rooms, 1 for each ad.
Okay, you can follow us. We just want to avoid the trap, and we stand here and kill those last 2 critters. Also, we established last time, since Harry Potter also has boobs with teeth, this is Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So you're all wizards.
You're a wizard, Alex.
Looks at all the casters in the group that knew that already.
It has to be Hogwarts because otherwise we can't explain how from both windows the light comes in.
If I wanted boring facts, I would have asked Mako to join us. Mako, if you're here, then I'm sorry.
I can read that later.
Yeah, someone clip that, please. But I do love Mako, he's a friend of us, so... Okay, party leaders, you can mark the room you're heading into. Tanks can all turn the tank stance on. Tanks that are assigned tanks, not blue DPS. Also tanks, you can eat the trap inside of your room to make it a bit more safe.
Please wait with the rooms if your trap hasn't been discovered yet, because we only have 1 trap today.
Exactly.
A little bit
And
slower.
party leaders, please do ready text, and once your group is ready, you can enter and stand in one corner together, preferably. Our friends from support are almost ready as well, which is nice.
Game on!
Yeah, G2, focus already. Okay. Tanks also need to turn their Magia wheel to Magia Auto or manually turn it to the defensive of the rooms. I'm quickly going to call which room needs which defensive elements. This doesn't concern DPS or healers. Magia 1 wants to be in Ice defensive, Magia 2 Lightning, Magia 3 Fire, Logos 1 Water, Logos 2 Wind, and Logos 3 Earth. These mobs hit hard, so yeah. Also, don't forget to turn on your tank sense now, if you haven't already.
Cast that in.
And use buff
Magia-
food if it runs out.
Magia site is ready, Logos 2 is ready, our friends from support are ready, Logos 1, and we're just waiting for Logos 3. Tanks can also already step into their portal once their group is ready. I'll be the last person to enter.
You can come into the
And-
hall, into the room, guys.
Yeah, please enter your room if you haven't already. The doors will be closed and you can't enter, and we need every person in there. Okay. Also, let your
Okay.
tanks grab aggro on all its first. There's one person. Okay, never mind. Also, make sure to dodge all AoEs at all times. Do not greed DPS, because you will die if you don't. We can't call out each room individually, so just move.
Need to sneeze.
Also, this is not a race, so don't
Except
worry.
if you win.
Yeah. I'm not.
Oh my god, did not have time to cover that. Oh, rip other monitor. Oh, that's gross.
Nice, you're second.
No, we're at the door, so we're first. And I've
No,
got
no,
small
no, no, no.
legs.
No. You have to wait for the main tanks anyway,
Yeah,
so.
we have the main tank, so we're first.
Is Kuchi ready already?
No.
Ah, he's in Locust 1 anyway, so he's behind.
I
Oh,
totally didn't forget that I'm in 1 and not 3, and I misguided my whole party.
that's fine.
Monitors.
That happens to all of us.
Imagine reading them up.
Also, Zalef mentioned it in Yell chat. If you forgot your chest on Raiden for whatever reason, you probably passed it if you haven't opened it yet. So, yeah. And yes, tanks that are not called Kuchimaran or Alexander Basketball, please turn off your tank stands. This is really critical because if you forget it for AV, for example, we will have aggro ping pong, which leads to deaths. And as I said before, I don't want to see dead people. Preferably only mobs. If mistakes happen, they happen, but let's try to avoid it.
Oh, hey, adjust.
Oh yeah, now death works.
I was about to pat him.
Oh. Did you at least get the head?
No.
Oh. Also, guys,
Maybe
this
next
is
time.
this is only a meme. The head can sadly not drop.
Okay, well that answers my question.
Don't tell them.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I don't.
It cannot draw. Oh, why am I here now?
Yeah, I don't want people to enter only to get the head for whatever reason.
So you lure them in with the hat,
Getting
and
the
then you say,
sample.
haha, there's no hat.
See everybody leave suddenly.
Has the Berserk sleep? Oh, asleep the
why I
Berserk
keep doing
house.
this.
It's sleeping.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the only reason we're still here.
Well, what if Alex is lying and he just wants all the hats for himself?
Don't tell them. Alrighty, everything is dead except for wind and fire rooms. So we're just waiting till support enters.
Should probably
Party
take my
leaders,
meds.
please drop down your markers. And we will have a short 5-minute break until support joins us in here. If you decide to go AFK, please turn on HUD layout. And if you want to welcome our friends from support, you can form a shear line at the beginning of the bridge. And we don't need a tank volunteer for ads. I will be taking AV and Kuchi will take both ads.
What?
What? Yeah, Kat, I'm sorry. We won't have the jumping puzzle today.
Hey, it wasn't me that asked.
Is that
Oh,
an
well,
infinite one?
I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a jumping puzzle in the Earth room, but we didn't clear it, and I don't want to bother doing it now. So maybe you encounter it in the future. Maybe that's
A
an
treat for
incentive
next
to to join us in the future to get into the jumping puzzle. So why
Hey,
are
I
the
got on
zombies-
top of Kagane Palace. I feel like I could do it.
It's pretty difficult. It's
I'm
see.
kidding. I don't
Okay,
want to do it.
no, it's pretty easy.
It's also a little bit less rewarding.
So Arton, Owain. Okay, so all bosses
What
have
do
a
you
chance
mean
to
less
drop
rewarding?
the
You get to bath in the glory of the
cloth or
people that
seal.
can't make it up there.
The prestige of being somewhere where no one else has been.
So for Absolute Virtue, we have a chance to get a minion of it. And then...
Yeah, once our friends from support joined us, we will have our explanations once again. Again, we will have German explanations down below. Don't need to go there yet. Will still take a few minutes.
surprisingly easy. Or am I just being crazy?
Also, a reminder to our refresh healers, top of your group now, because we won't need it anymore.
And you have to
if
spam
you-
all of your charges, otherwise you cannot discard it.
You may do that, but it's not required. If you brought anything else, feel free to pop it. If you brought Plate Bearer Zalef, I'm going to murder you personally after this run. I really targeted you just to check if you had it.
Interesting. How many fragments do you get per run? Because I've only got... How many do I have? 12.
Also, maybe someone has a spare shell flying around in their host. You could pop it now and apply it to people, if you'd be so kind. If someone has it.
Oh, you can only get 20 in a clear.
I mean, some people are not rich, they just farm for it and prepare. Yes, it works as well. I'm farming my logograms off of the market go.
Yeah, that's where I found mine from.
Which
Wow.
always
Very-
have
very
a one,
efficient.
yeah, 100% drop chance.
Yeah,
also,
100%
please
drop in
make
your gill.
Ah, I got plenty of that. Also, please wiggle a bit if you didn't turn on HUD layouts, and you can hear me, which is optimal, to prevent AFK kicks.
Jump around.
Everybody now, jump, jump.
Game on!
Yeah, I see this guy. This is Facius weapon. Yeah, and you have your Facius weapon too. Just the... Oh, you have it, Glammet. Echo. Try on. Oh yeah, E. Each one's pretty pog. Skull one. Yeah, I know he doesn't have the fussiest weapon.
Game on!
Yeah, I need the Cassie earring, the speed belt, and the optical helmet as well.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey.
support
Hello,
has
friends
arrived.
from support.
With a few complications.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry. It's been dealt with. Is this support group I see? An
It is
angry
I,
support tank,
very,
it seems?
very angry tank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, support tanks, please turn off your tank stats.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said you would warn us when you were tanking support.
Look, I did explicitly state my complications last time when I was doing support tank, okay? I'd like to hope I've learned from my mistakes.
I need to eat something. It's 6:20. Been eating all day. Oh, I don't even have the right chest piece equipped. What's wrong with me?
Does anyone here have shell they can pop? If they don't, it's fine. I can do it, but I'm wondering if anyone has it. Okay, I'll put mine.
Pray check party chat, would you?
If you could line up, if you're here, could you line up on the north side of the wall so I can get you off the shell? And try and stay still so I can get everyone easily. Thank you.
Oh, that's a lot.
Thanks for that call. I'm glad I crafted a spare feint.
Okay, since everyone is here, we did wake up already checks, and let's do another one so we can see if all people are ready. Then we can start our explanation bot soon. Set is ready, Locus is ready.
Uni of the Eureka.
And support is ready. Then I will summon our explanation bot. Now, if you need German explanation, please drop down to German class.
I thought that name was fat.
AV's main mechanics are all about his stance, which will either be light or dark. When he casts Eidos, he changes this stance, and you can notice it with his bracelets and his general aura. Rule is always go opposite from his color. There are 3 mechanics where he will use this color trick. The first one is when he spawns some puddles around the arena. These puddles will double in size if they share his color, which means if he is light, we run from light puddles and close to dark. Never go inside a puddle as they are about to explode. Just close to the opposite colored puddle. Next, he will do Impact Stream, where he will split the arena into halves, one light and one dark. We simply step into the opposite colored side, and healers also have to treat this as a raid wide because it still hurts even if we do it correctly. Third mechanic, where colors are important, is called Turbulent Ether. He summons 8 orbs, 4 dark and 4 light, as well as 8 puddles, 4 light and 4 dark. First, you need to check if you have one of these orbs connected with you. Then wait a little bit until you see a conal attack that he does, because you really need to avoid this. Then start moving to the edge of the arena and look for an opposite puddle from your orb. So, if you have a light orb, go to dark puddle. You really need to adjust here and look at the other players and how they are moving. When your orb reaches you, it will explode, so you want to stand in a puddle to be safe. Also, be away from the people in case you explode too soon. You don't want to kill people around you. 8 orbs and 8 puddles means 1 person per puddle, never more. Medusa Javelin is a conal I mentioned. It will petrify you if you get hit with it, so stay close to AV to avoid it more easily. He will also do Meteor, which is a raid wide, and Auroral Wind, which is a conal tank buster, so never stay close to the tank. He will also summon ads on south and north, so we need 2 tank volunteers to pick these up. Ads will explode if they are not killed in time, and there isn't much time to do this. Whenever you see a proximity AoE, AoE will soon appear on its position and cast Impact Stream, so prepare to move quickly into the correct side.
Alright, those were our explanations for AV. We're starting to have a little bit more mechanics in these fights. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in party chat or yell chat right now. Just gonna go over the most important mechanic in this fight, which is the Turbulent Ether. The Turbulent Ether means a few people will be getting tethered with an orb, and that orb can either be light or dark. So what you want to do is move a little bit out of the group, jump, move to the left or right, whatever helps you to check if you have one of those tethers, and if you have an orb attached to it and which color it has. But before you are running out to the edge of the arena and to resolve your orb in an opposite colored puddle, you want to wait for the Medusa Javelin that is being cast right after that. Because it is a big conal AoE and you're already at the edge of the arena, you most likely will get hit and then you will die to your orb explosion because you're not in an opposite puddle. So how to resolve that is really just to check if you have an orb, wait for the Medusa Javelin, and then run out to the edge of the arena, get into an opposite colored puddle. If for whatever reason you cannot make it to a puddle of the opposite color, then keep running around the edge of the arena. If you pop sprint, sometimes you can even outrun your orb and you don't get hit at all. However, the most important part is that you stay at the edge of the arena, because if you are standing in the group and the orb reaches you, it will explode for a lot of AoE damage to everybody, which might kill people with the upcoming raid wide in the process. So check if you have an orb, wait for the Medusa Javelin, and then go out and resolve your orb in an opposite colored puddle. So I think we're just waiting for the German class right now. The orb will only explode if it hits you when you are tethered to an orb. It is not hitting anybody else. So pulling it through the group is totally fine. Standing in the group and being hit by your orb is not fine, because that means AoE damage to everybody else. So you're safe to pull it through the group, but resolve your orb at the edge of the arena. So don't be scared of hitting somebody with the orb that goes through them. That is not, that's not doing anything really. Also, you can cross tethers, by the way. It's not killing anyone. Oh, and also one important thing is that the tank buster in this fight is a cleave AoE. So you do not want to stand with the main tank, which is Alex, in this fight. Just get away from him every time the tank buster is being cast. Ideally, you are standing behind the boss, so you're not even in range for the tank buster. But if you're standing with Alex on the buster, you will most likely be killed. So keep that in mind as well. Alright, welcome back, German class.
Hello.
And we can do a quick round of ready checks. Also, refresh your buff food if it ran out.
If there is anyone without a shell somehow, come to the back, please, and I'll give it to you now.
Thank you, Cat, for all the shells.
Didn't think I missed anyone.
What if I click it off and come back?
Then you don't get another one. Sorry.
All right, we are all ready. So I will be starting our pull timer now. 20 seconds again. Range and cast limit breaks on -4, and you can pre-shield because the first mechanic will be an raid-wide AoE. Limit breaks. 3, 2, 1, and go. As already said, we have a raid-wide coming up. Please pre-shield your party. And also you might want to use your recon potions if you have some to help out your healers.
Oh no, I think that's bugging out.
Dark bracelets.
Next up, we have the color puddles. The bracelet is dark, so we move away from the dark puddles. Away from the dark puddles, they are doubling in size. This is just a tutorial to show how big they will become. Later we have both colored puddles. Next up, we have a Medusa Javelin. This is the big cone attack we were talking about. Please heal up everybody who got hit by it. And next we have the Split Arena with the colors again. So he is dark, and we move to the light side of the arena. Move to light, light, light. We have a tank buster coming up, so stay away from Alex.
Tank buster on Alexander.
And next we have the color puddles on the floor again. This time we have both colors, so one will stay small while the other one will double in size.
Dark bracelets.
He is dark, so we move away from dark puddles, close to light.
Light circles.
Away from dark, close to light. Do not stand in a puddle, just close to a light one. And back to the boss.
Yeah,
a raid
not
right
been
coming
paying
up,
attention.
so please pre-shield your party. And there's our raid right. And after this, we will have the turbulent ether mechanic coming up. As I said before, you want to check if you are tethered to an orb, but wait for the Medusa Javelin. Wait for the Javelin. Dodge the conal attack now, and then get into an opposite colored puddle to
Tank
resolve
buster
your orb.
on Alexander.
Stand in an opposite colored puddle. Tank buster. And a raid wide.
Yeah, close that up.
And another raid wide. And next up, we will be going into triple impact stream. Want to pop your Yuken potions, get into the center. Healers, get ready for a lot of healing.
Pop Spirit if you've dropped it.
Go to dark, 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 dark. Go to light, 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 light.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
And dark, 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 dark side. And pop sprint
like
and get
that.
away from the proximity AoE in the middle.
That's cool. I like that. That's nice.
And back to the boss. Dodge the Medusa Javelin as usual. And we will have a tank buster
Tank
coming.
buster on Alexander.
Get away from Alex. And a raid rite will be now. So please pre-shield your party. Next up, we will have ads. Please get ready to pick those up. We're gonna DPS them down as highest priority. While also Jubilant Ether will be being
Orbs
cast
do
again,
opposite
so
colors.
check if you have an orb, but wait for the javelin. Wait for the javelin. Dodge a javelin and now get into an opposite colored puddle.
Tank buster on Alexander.
Get the orbs out of the group to the edge, opposite colored puddle.
He actually got the dot refresh off for once. Fuck yeah.
Raid rite is happening next.
Dark bracelets.
Oh, bracelets. It's dead.
Good job, everybody. We have a few casualties, so healers you can stay back. And sword sacrifices in yell chat, please. The rest, please take your chest on B and then move on towards Ozma.
Yeah, let's figure out.
And in this
what is-
hallway, we will be killing 2 more mobs. Please do not cast Death Air on these. You can fill your class gorgeous here for some extra spicy opener on Ozma. They will be casting Property of Darkness, so please do not stun them. I'll be taking care of the first mob to
And I'll
stun.
be fucked.
Property of Darkness basically removes, if it goes through, 1 positive buff of each person that got hit. And that could also mean they could remove your Spirit of the Remembered, and if you don't see it, it might be fatal for you.
Oh, you want that?
Lovely. Yeah, just DPS it down, fill up your gorges. There's a first Property Darkness cast that I interrupted. Gucci, can you interrupt this one?
Yep.
Perfect. Once again, just fill up your stuff.
It's a stunned one.
Alrighty.
Now we're in
Please do
Osmo.
not touch the blue circle in front of there. Do not jump down. We will have our explanations soon. Do not jump down. Just stand somewhere far away, preferably. And yeah, if you need German explanations once more, hop down to German class. And I'll be summoning our English bot up here.
Welcome to the most difficult boss of this dungeon yet, Ozma. Try to pay close attention to the explanations, and at the end, ask if anything is unclear. A mistake here can earn you an early trip to Hydatos, after which you cannot return to the arena. A lot is happening in this fight, but in short, Ozma will be changing through 4 different shapes: orb, cube, pyramid, and star. Each shape has its own way of auto-attacking, its main mechanic that happens once, and the secondary mechanic that happens twice. Each shape also begins with an AoE that you want to avoid in a specific way, which we call a movement mechanic. All of the forms will be explained shortly. First of all, in this fight, it's important to know your group position and role. Magia groups are generally main tank groups, and for Black Hole Mechanic, they will remain on the main arena. Logos groups are off-tank groups, and for Black Hole Mechanic, they will go to the right side on the ring. Tanks. I'll explain the difference between the 2 roles next. Main tanks need to pay close attention to cooldowns during orb shape and keep to the left side of the platform during the cube shape. Off tanks need to pick up adds anytime they appear, which is after meteor mechanic. They also need to soak the 2 orbs on the right side of their platform at the beginning of the cube phase. Now, let's explain the shapes. The orb shape is the most simple of all, as it only consists out of heavy auto attacks on main tanks, and it will begin with a black hole mechanic every time. For black hole, it is important that every portal is covered by at least 1 player, or else we all get kicked out. Generally, stick to your group's position, but go to a closest portal if you're too far from your group spot when the mechanic is called out. Next shape is a cube. For movement, we go close to Ozma. Auto attacks in this phase are long lasers that hit the main tanks, so they need to stay away from the group. Off tanks need to soak the orbs on the left side, while the group carefully stays on the main arena and avoids the damage. Holy is a small knockback, and it happens twice during cube phase, so just be aware of the edges of the arena. Next shape is a star. For movement, we go away from Ozma, behind the blue portal. Auto attacks in this phase are shared damage, so we need to all stick together in a group. If you use a gap closer here, you may die because you're not with a group when auto attack hits you. Its primary mechanic is Meteor, that randomly appears on 2 players per arena. Meteors need to be quickly placed on the markers, one at the back and one at the right side of your arena. If you place this proximity too close to the group, it will wipe the whole arena, so always be quick to check if you got the meteor and be mindful where the other player is placing their meteor. If you commit to the same spot, you'll likely end up wiping the raid. The secondary mechanic during Star is a knockback from the blue portals. For this, always listen if you need to get knocked towards Ozma or away from it, and never stand in the blue portal itself, because that way you can't control the direction you're knocked towards. The last possible shape is a pyramid, and that one is a true danger, so please pay close attention to the explanations. Auto attacks in pyramid phase are bleeds that can be baited with a player standing far from Ozma. If we are all stacked, these bleeds will spread and start stacking, which makes healing difficult. So we usually have a healer at the back, baiting this and curing the bleed away from themselves. Its main mechanic is also a meteor, and you handle it the same way as during the Star. Put one at the back and the other on the side, right side, both on the markers. React quickly and don't commit to the same spot as the other person. The mechanic that happens twice is the acceleration bomb, which randomly gets attached to multiple people on each platform. If you get one of these, you need to be completely still. Stand, don't attack, don't cast, don't emote, as the timer is going off. The timing here is tricky because of server ticks, so be careful. For the very first acceleration bomb, it's a good idea to stand on the ring and just stay still there, because that way you can't get a meteor as well and don't have to worry about resolving 2 mechanics. If your acceleration bomb explodes, it will take away 100% of HP of everyone around you and likely wipe the whole platform. Ozma Shade is a smaller Ozma that happens occasionally at the back of each main platform, and it simply does a random shape movement mechanic. For this, just listen to the callouts and move to the front, back of the arena, or the sides. And some last tips. Don't use limit breaks unless told to. Don't use mage limit break under any circumstances. Don't fall from the arena because you will die. Don't fall from the arena with the meteor because you will wipe the group. Always focus the ads when they spawn. And ask any questions you may have at this point.
Alright, these are explaining to Ozma. This is the last fight. This is the fight you are here for. So right from the get-go, I think bleed baits have been already sorted. Thank you very much everybody who volunteered for that. And to talk about Meteor and Acceleration Bomb mechanic, I will be jumping down to the Ozma platform. If you are a newbie, you want to get to the front of the top platform to watch me while I'm showing you some tricks. Please do not jump down with me. I am the only one jumping down. So, the two most important mechanics in this fight are acceleration bombs and meteors. So we are talking about the meteors first. The meteors are happening during Star Shape and Pyramid, not Pyramid, yeah, Star Shape and Pyramid Shape, sorry. There will be two people per platform that will get a triangle marker above their head, means they will be targeted for a meteor. So just as for AV, you want to move a little bit out of the group and check if you have a meteor marker above your head. Jump around, move a little bit left, right, wiggle around to check if you have one. This is super important that you know that you have one of the meteors. So if you are targeted for a meteor marker, there will be always 2 markers per platform. These are color coded. So if you are in a 1 group, Magia 1 or Logos 1, your markers are red. If you are in Magia 2 or Logos 2, your markers are yellow. And if you are in Magia 3 or Logos 3, your markers are blue. So if you get a meteor, you want to have 1 meteor on the number marker and 1 on the ledger marker. So either to the back of the platform, which is the number marker here, or to the ring on the letter marker here. Since we cannot really bait or say who will get the meteors, we have to adjust on the fly. So if you already see somebody running to the ring, then just move to the back of the platform. Or if you already have somebody here, then adjust to the ring and run there. If they are dropped too close together, they will enrage and wipe the whole platform. So we really do not want that to happen. So it is really important that you bring the meteors out to the markers. Do not jump off with the meteor. If you're jumping off with one, it will spawn on platform 1 right here at the back, and it will enrage the meteors here. So please make sure you check if you have a meteor and bring it to the appropriate markers. So for the acceleration bomb, which is only happening during pyramid shape, it will happen twice. It will give you a debuff on your debuff bar where you can check now where it is, so you know where the acceleration bomb might appear. You have 2 debuffs there, which are called Hoofing It and Resurrection Restricted. In the BA chat channel, there have been images posted of the acceleration bomb debuff, how it will look. So if you get one of those debuffs, you want to stop moving, stop casting, do not emote, do literally nothing, sheath your weapon, so it doesn't explode, because if you are doing anything when the counter reaches 0, you will explode for 100% max HP around you, which will most likely kill everybody on the platform unless there are shields. So for the first set of acceleration bombs, there is a little trick so you do not get targeted by the meteor as well. If you have the first acceleration bomb, you want to move off the platform a little bit to the right ring here. That goes for every
I see.
platform,
That's what
of
they
course.
meant.
Because then you can resolve your acceleration bomb here, and you won't get a meteor as well. If for whatever reason you get a meteor and an acceleration bomb, it is very important you resolve your meteor first. So bring the meteor to the back and right, resolve that first, and then check your acceleration bomb timer. Move either back to the group or just resolve your acceleration bomb where you are at that point in time. For the second set, it doesn't matter, you can just resolve it on the platform because there are no more meteors going out. So these 2 mechanics are the most important ones, that they are resolved properly. So the meteors, bring them to the back and the right, and the acceleration bombs, stop doing anything. So in general for this fight, a few more things. If you are a DPS or a healer or a tank who is not main tanking, you can be in Earth Element, which is your offensive one. If you are a Magia or Logos tank, you want to be in defensive for Lightning. If you're a Magia group tank, please turn on your tank stance now. It is very important because you will be main tanking on your platform. Everybody else, turn off your tank stance. Logos tanks will turn it on for the ads once they have spawned. And a few last tips, please do not cut any corners. If a movement is called, please follow the call out immediately. Do not try and greet any casts, it will only kill you, and it probably won't help the group that much. We also do not want to use any caster LB3s because they are blinding and we might not see the mechanic that is happening. Please refrain from using those. We will call out if you can use a melee limit break or a ranged limit break. Please, no caster limit breaks.
I mean, that's quite understandable.
Of course, at the start on -4, you can use a caster limit break, of course. We're just talking about the limit breaks 3. Other than that, I think I have covered everything. Please correct me if I forgot something.
Pretty sure pets don't.
Also, because I just got the question, your pets, like for summoners and scholars, they are not doing anything for acceleration bomb. So your pets can still attack. Just that what you are doing is important. Do not move or cast or do anything really. All right. If there are any more questions, feel free to pop them in your party chat now. Or in Yell chat. Otherwise, we can do a quick round of ready checks before we hop down.
Game on.
Yes, you can fall down if you are cutting any corners and drop off the platform. If you are lucky, you get resurrected with your spirit on platform 1. If not, then the run is over for you. So please make sure you are not getting knocked off with any knockbacks or jump off or cut any corners.
That's fun. If you die and you don't, and you only and you get unlucky with the 30%. Tip for you.
Right, let's see.
Oh, it increases, yeah.
Support, Magia 1, 2, and 3. Logos 3, Logos 2. Waiting for Logos 1. And also, when you are dropping down, please do not target Ozma at all. We do not want any pre-pulls. Alright, so every group was ready. We can jump down. We are going to our black hole portals for every group, so you know where you have to move. Please do not target Ozma. Once again, I'm saying it. If you want to be an offensive element, it is Earth. If you want to be in defensive, it is Lightning. Please move to your black hole portals now, so you know where to go for that mechanic. And party leaders, if your whole party is on the correct platform, or black hole portal rather, you can go back to the main platform. Pop buff food if it ran out. Let's do one more safety ready check.
Game on.
Also, take a deep breath. If you are very nervous, it will all be called out, and just listen to the call out. Alright, 1, 2, and 3. Still waiting on Logos 1. A little bit of nervousness, and being nervous is a good thing, usually. Yes, Magia tanks, please turn on your tank stance if you haven't already. If I said it. Logos 1, how are we looking?
Ready.
Alright, perfect. I will be starting our 20-second pull timer. As before, you can use cast and ranged limit breaks on -4 on the countdown. Did the macro cancel again? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, limit breaks, 2, 1, and let's go. We are in orb phase for now, so Magia tanks will take heavy hitting auto attacks. Please keep them up. And if you are ranged or caster or healer, you can already go to the back of the platform because the first shape will be a star.
Okay, so that's pretty much our entire party.
Go far.
Move to the back of the platform now, everybody. We go into star shape. And after the
That's so
AoE is
cool.
resolved, we will move together
Stack
as a
up.
group back to the front of the platform. Stay stacked for the whole star phase. We'll have a star-shaped knockback from the center of the platform. Do not stand on the blue portal, and we will get knocked towards Ozma. Get knocked towards Ozma now. Stand in front of the blue portal. And stay stacked. Next mechanic will be a black hole. We will be moving once I have called it out.
Black hole soon. Black hole 1.
Black hole, black hole. Move to your black hole portals now. Black hole, black hole. The magic tank's taking a lot of damage again. We are in orb phase. And back to the main platforms. We'll have our first Ozma Shade coming up.
Get off.
We will be moving to the sides, move to the side, move to the side. Main tanks are going to the left in these cases. Back to the main platform. And next we will have a shade and a shape, so we might have to move twice. Shade is up.
Get off.
Move to the sides, move to
Get
the
close.
sides. And after that, we will be moving to the front of the platform. Move to the front of the platform, cuddle with Ozma.
Stack away from
Logos
tank.
tanks, get ready for orbs. Magia tanks, off to the left. Stack marker. Small holy knockback. Don't get knocked off.
Oh wow, that's actually minuscule.
The next shade will be paired with one of those small holy knockbacks, so please keep that in mind and do not get knocked off.
Preemptively do this.
Ozma Shade is up.
Go far.
Move to the back, move to the back, move to the back, but keep the small holy knockback in mind. Wait for the AoE and back to the front of the arena. Now we have a little bit
I'm
time to DPS before
fucking up
black
my
hole
rotation
is
so
next
hard.
Black
mechanic.
hole soon. Black hole 2.
Black hole, move to your black hole portals now. Black hole. Heavy hits on the magic tanks again, please keep them up. And back to the main platform. Next we have a shade and a shape again, eventual double movement.
Get close.
We stay at the front, stay at
Off
the
the
front,
platform.
stay at the front. After that, we will be going to the side. Move to the side, move to the side.
Oh my god,
Bleed
this is
baiters,
great.
please get ready. Acceleration bombs are out. Check your debuff bar. If you have one, stop moving, stop casting, don't do anything. Meteors will be going out now. Check if you have one. To the back and right. Back and right. Logos tanks, get ready to pick up any ads.
Kill ads.
Pick up the ads now. Ads have highest priority in killing. Please kill them off as soon as possible. You have an Ozma Shade.
Platform
Get
1
on.
with spirits.
Move to the side, move to the side. Acceleration bombs are out again. Stop moving, stop casting if you have one. Back to the main platform. And stack marker. We have one more bleed bait.
Black hole soon.
And black hole will be the next mechanic.
Black hole 3.
Black hole, move to your portals. Black hole. Heavy hitting auto attacks on our magic tanks once more. And back to the main platform. We have a shade and shape mechanic again.
Get close.
Stay at the front, stay
Go
at the
far.
front. And after that, we will be moving to the back. Move to the back, move to the back. We will move together as a group to the front of the platform. Stay stacked for the whole star phase. Meteors are out to the back and the right. Back and right. There will be a star knockback. Wait for the meteor damage, then get knocked to the front. Get knocked to the front, get knocked to the front. Pick up ads, kill them as soon as you can.
Platform
Highest
1 has issue.
priority. And stay stacked.
Match 1, no healers.
Logos 1 can take over.
Ozma Shade is up. This time it's star knockback. Get knocked to the front, get knocked to the front. And stay stacked.
Black hole soon.
Next mechanic will
Black
be
hole
a
four.
black hole. Black hole, black hole. Move to your portals now. Black hole, black hole.
I need healing as much 1 tank.
Back to the main platform.
Swap to the Logos duty cake.
Go far.
We have an Ozma Shade, and we are moving to the back. Move to the back, move to the back. And after that, move to the front. Move to the front. Main tanks to the
Step away
left.
from
Logos
tank.
tanks get ready to soak the orbs. Resolve the stack marker. We will have a small holy knockback coming up as well. And there's our small knockback. We have the knockback with the shade coming up as well.
Yeah, I think we're just holding LB3s.
Shade is up. Small holy knockback with this one.
Go far.
Moving to the back, move to the back, but not all the way because we have a small knockback with it. And back to the front of the platform, Magi tanks to the left.
Black hole soon.
Next mechanic will be a
Black
black
hole
hole.
5.
Black hole, black hole. Move to your black hole portals now. Black hole, black hole. Heavy hitting orders on the Magi tanks. Back to the main platform. We will have a shade and a shape once more.
Get off.
Move to the side, move to the sides,
far.
move to the sides. And after that, we just kill it.
Wait, we actually fucking...
God,
Good job,
Wait.
everybody.
Wait, we actually did it. Holy shit. That's so cool.
Sloppy. But anyway.
I think that's an understatement, but yeah. We got there.
Alright, there is a big treasure chest on platform 1 once you are out of your cutscenes. Please don't forget to take that. And if you feel like it, you can take a victory jump into the abyss now. You will be respawned on platform 1.
Hey, that's Pog. That's actually super cool. Oh, I got
And
the...
congratulations, all of you who got a clear. You can get your mount from your achievement menu now. And also, feel free to post any pictures of it in the gallery channel.
Black hole soon.
Alright, and thank you for everybody who came along today. Thank you, Alex, for hosting.
Yes,
And
thank you for hosting.
Thank you for hosting.
thanks.
That's dope.
And I hope to see you all in another run. And if it didn't work out today, next time will be hopefully
Tomorrow.
better, and you will get your clear.
Yeah,
if you
thanks
haven't
for
signed up for
tomorrow.
tomorrow's
If you
run, you can still do so. It already got plenty of signups, but maybe we
You can sneak your way in.
Anyways, I'm hopping off for today.
See ya,
Good
Alex.
night, everyone.
Thanks for hosting
and,
again.
Thank you for the
Thanks for
host. See you
joining.
guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
Stay safe, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I do
Thanks,
not care
everybody.
for the story.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's dope. That's actually fantastic. Oh my god, we fucking did it. That's pretty neat. I like that. Is that it? Well, no, I can't do it in Eureka. "28 fragments in a run." Are you not supposed to get high Doctor's crystals from this? No, that's dope. Dope. Ah, that's so cool. I have my Debbie Osma mount. Whoop whoop. That's cool. Hecking you. Beep 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 beep. Alright, well, nothing fancy going on. I mainly kind of just wanted to stream the Baldesion Arsenal. I don't think anyone was expecting to actually clear it today, but we did, so hurrah. But yeah, no, that's all from me for today, because I don't usually stream on Sundays. But I'll see you nerds, when do I next? Tuesday, probably. Actually, no, Tuesday's a regular stream day, let alone a raid day. Yeah, I'll be streaming live on Tuesday, so yeah.